trying to address a two-story family room. It's a scary thing.
Recently, we teamed up with Chris and Kristen to help them make the most of a commonly wasted space.
They're a busy family of 6 with a second floor layout that isn't working anymore.
So we either had to find a house that fit our family or make the house fit our family.
Glen Mills is a great community about 25 miles outside of Philadelphia. Along with local shops and great restaurants, Glen Mills is a wonderful place to raise a family.
I'm Chris.
I'm Krista. We've lived in this house since 2002.
After the third child, became apparent very quickly that we were going to need to do something. So we either had to find a house that fit our family or make the house fit our family.
The kids are very sentimental about this house. That was a big deal that they didn't want to move.
I remember talking for the first time with Chris and Krista, and they were both frustrated. Previously, they had worked with and hired some contractors to try to figure out their home's issues.
We looked at houses for over 8 years off and on, and I found that every house pretty much had the same problems. Then I came across Westchester Design Build, and it was exactly what I had been looking for.
We ended up meeting out at her house, and just instantly I saw that this is something our team could help her achieve and accomplish. We decided to move along together into our design and discovery phase. That's when we get our architectural designers involved to start coming up with solutions to these issues.
So what this family needed was more space. Currently on the first floor, they had a 2-story family room. So what we did was we extended the second floor over top of that family room to create space for a 4th bedroom. After that, we reconfigured the master bathroom to gain more space to create a second hall bathroom. Last, we moved the laundry room from the current master suite to be accessible from the hallway. So after the design phase, our interior designer, Anna, would then start working with the clients to start the selection process.
Krista sent me a couple of inspiration pictures, and one of them we both really liked the style of the bathroom. So we kind of used that as our jumping off point to pick things from that point on.
Anna was great because I have a really hard time making decisions. She kind of would be like, all right, you like this, but here's a different option for you. It was like my friend that was helping me decorate my house.
To help the client visualize their space, we always use a 3D model.
For me, it was very helpful to have kind of the 3D design and go through that and actually sit in the office and see what it's going to look like. It was very beneficial for me.
So to summarize the design, we will fill in the 2-story family room to create an additional bedroom upstairs. We will also add a new full bathroom beside the new bedroom, as well as renovate the existing master bathroom. Beyond that, we will relocate the laundry room, add some much needed storage, and update the finishes throughout the entire second floor. With the design phase wrapped up, we figured out all the changes we're going to make to the second floor. We take these designs and we pass them over to our project manager.
Yeah, my name is Dave. I'm one of the project managers here. So before we start a project, we do a kickoff meeting, and basically it's an intro between I and the client. The next big milestone is the protection. So usually you try to quarantine the area you're working. Pretty much for the most part, we're working on the second floor, but as you can see, there's a lot of wide open space. So first thing to do is they're gonna come in and put floor protection, then they're gonna start the dust barriers. And then obviously we're gonna put floor protection down here. We're gonna be framing above, and stuff can fall. You don't want anything to fall on here. Sometimes the homeowner has stuff where they want to keep. We have these tags because otherwise you're putting labels and miscommunication. So put a tag on there. When the demo guy comes in here, he just sees this. He knows, okay, don't throw it out. So day one, we go in, 10 guys, and pretty much just have at it. All projects, they have a little bit of challenges. It appears that this is a load-bearing wall, so I can see there's a truss system in here.
Just got a call from Dave that potentially we ran into a snag.
A load-bearing wall carries load from above its location.
So Jim and I are going to go over there, check it out with our structural engineer, and try to get to the bottom of this so it doesn't delay the project. When we run into a possible load-bearing wall situation, we never want to just assume. You want to verify. And we have the team in place to be able to verify these important structural components. We were able to uncover that this wall, while it looked like it was a load-bearing wall, actually was not a load-bearing wall. This is going to allow us to move the wall, continue on with the design we have in place, which means we can keep this project moving.
After demo's done and we figured out how everything is, we start framing. They basically had what we call two-tier room. So what we did was we infilled that space. We just simply continued the floor by doing that, add a bedroom and also add a bathroom. So after framing is the drywall. Basically that's when you put drywall over everything and it now shapes the room. And you get to see what the actual room is going to look like without paint. Then the next phase is we paint, then we start tile, and in this case we had hardwood as well, and then light fixtures, plumbing fixtures, and all your finishes, and then accessories.
We started with focusing on the two main features of the bathroom, which would be the tile and the cabinetry. For cabinetry, we knew we wanted a dark wood vanity, and for floors, we knew we wanted a marble hexagon floor. Before, the entire second floor was covered with outdated carpeting, which wasn't exactly pet-friendly. We picked hand-scraped acacia because it doesn't get dings and dents in it like a smooth hardwood. Something that's unique about this project is the client's children pick their own paint colors for their bedrooms. One of them is White Wisp, which is one of my favorite Benjamin Moore colors, and the other one was like an icy blue. For the new kids' bath, we did wood look tile, so it looks like hardwood, but it's really tile, waterproof, good for a kid's bath. And then on the walls in the shower enclosure, we did white subway tile, which is super classic. It's really exciting for me to see the finished stage of the project because I get to see everything that the client and I picked together in real life in the space. I check the daily logs on Builder Trend every day just to see what's new.
Yeah, so once we get to the end of the project, everything's wrapped up. It's a very rewarding feeling, and then you get to hand it over to the client and get to see their reaction and how much they enjoyed the space. Thank you, Chris and Krista. It was definitely a pleasure and getting to know you and your family and your dogs. We hope you really enjoy this space.
It's so much more functional. You know, we had two girls sharing a room and it was like a tornado hit. And now everyone has their own space. It used to be a struggle to get ready to kind of have the house cleaned, etc. And now I've been able to just, create more organizational systems and all that because now everything makes sense.
Lowering the anxiety level around here, because everything was sort of on hold because it wasn't the way it needed to be.
The idea of not being without a washer and dryer. I mean, Dave made sure that if we had to not have it, it was for as short as possible. It was a day and a half, and he came back and he, rehooked it for us. So there was a lot of accommodations that were done along the way. He had sympathy for us as far as
absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, you can tell that they're putting themselves in your positions.
The way that Westchester Design Build is modeled, like the whole process end to end, makes so much sense. It's like you guys are like a family anyway. So for me, this is kind of a guarantee that your end vision is going to work.
You anticipate a lot of the concerns and questions all along the way, so I think we went into it pretty well prepared.
Thank you, Chris and Krista, for allowing Westchester Design Build to be a part of your story. We are so excited for the future memories you and your family will make in this space.
So in the end, we were able to meet all of the client's needs by filling in their two-story family room to create an additional bedroom upstairs. We also added a new full bathroom and renovated the existing master bathroom. Beyond that, we relocated the laundry room, added some much-needed storage, and updated the finishes throughout the entire second floor. If you can relate to the problems this family faced, reach out to us. We'd love to help.